All right. Back to Altabury Tavern. Altabury words. Just hope it's going okay. All right, Katharina is available to hang out with. This is the informant I need right there, isn't it?
No harm in just
I have plenty of
listening,
information
you
that
know.
will be useful. What do you want to know? Time to spend a ton of money. Luis's fighting style. Learn about the tactics of Luis, your most powerful and bitter enemy. So you want to know about Luis? Well, I suppose it's time for you to finally fight him face to face. But frankly, I don't think you can best him. Then again, I have no reason to go out of my way to stop you either. Not only is he skilled with the sword, he's a mage capable of advanced magic and curses. He can use 4 types of magic: fire, ice, electric, and wind, and I've heard he can imbue his sword with them. Oh, so he uses the 4 main elements. So I'm probably going to want to... So I need to, like, try my best to have team members who aren't weak to those 4 elements and also sword. On top of that, his keen eyes can detect his opponent's weaknesses, allow him even the slightest opening, and he'll capitalize on it. Yeah, I was worried about that. One more thing. I've also heard whispers that he wields some kind of unknown monstrous power. Little is known about it beyond its immense strength. You really should think twice about whether you truly want to fight him. Okay, that's gonna be rough. Mount Volcano was once a mine. It's famous for the high-grade precious stones found there. At some point, monsters began to appear in the area. The miners tried their best to fight them off, but they never stood a chance. Now, no one dares to go near that place except for a few daring fortune seekers who continue to plumb the mountain's resources. I've also recently heard rumors about some mad Sanctus who's holed up on that mountain. Contrary to what you'd expect, the Sanctus is said to wield dark magic. Beyond that, other information about this figure has been hard to come by. For whatever reason, many of the monsters in the region also wield dark magic. Perhaps there's something in that region that attracts them. They like to inflict hex, which allowed their attacks to cause more damage, so be prepared for that if you still intend to go. Alright. Giant of the Tower of Insolence. North of Altabury lies the Tower of Insolence, more commonly known as the Cursed Tower. Cursed, huh? Well, doesn't that sound pleasant? Tell me if you've heard this one before. It's a dangerous location where all who enter are doomed to never return. Needless to say, most people try to stay away from it. It has become a nest for monsters. There are all manner of monsters there, but the most threatening is the Cyclops, Zyocropus. It reigns over monsters like a tyrant. If it goes on a rampage, there's no stopping it. From what I've heard, things get dire if it's the last one standing. Okay, so kill the Cyclops before other enemies.
Keep this to yourself.
So if it's got its cronies with it, you'd best take them and Zyocropus down together. Somewhat obviously, you should focus your attacks on that huge single eye. Bows and spears should be effective, so be sure to come well equipped. Whatever the case, it won't be an easy enemy to defeat. Don't you intend to become king? Well then, you can't exactly afford to lose here, can you? Give it your best. You'll find it here. The surrounding area is in quite the ruinous state. You'll need to fly to get there. Oh, it's like right there. What's a tower doing in a forest like this? Well, we should be able to fly there. Okay.
And right there's a labyrinth.
What else have we got? The Ice Beast, yes, tell me about it. Tell me, where are you from? Will your body be able to handle the Everfrost Forest, a place that is perpetually frozen? Obviously, ice attacks are ineffective against the monsters that have adapted to the region. On the other hand, fire will work well against them. The monsters are aware of this weakness, though. Stop them before they use an ability that repels magic, otherwise you'll be in trouble. Okay, so I need to be prepared to stop Makara Karn.
Keep this to yourself.
Of course, you could always counter this tactic with a good sword or other such implement. It's always good to come prepared with a backup plan. If your enemies protect themselves against fire, you may want to rely on attacks not constrained to affinity. One last thing. I've heard rumors of a person stalking the area. They don't appear to be stranded, so who knows what they're still doing out there. Apologies, perhaps that info is irrelevant. Anyway, go and slay that monster. I'm sure everyone will feel safer when you do. Alright. I'll buy these even though I don't really need them.
If I may.
A kingly candidate like you cooks as well. There's a lot of shops stocked to the ceiling for Saints' Day. Butcher's got monster bone and brocaded koi. At the water shop, there's mellow milk and Orgo sugar. Those would be rare finds for a traveler, no? And the surrounding villages are known for their specialty, Altabury wheat flour. Lastly, if you're into growing your own food, there's a shop selling some rare seeds on Diafranco Street. Go have a look. You've got some nerve to be thinking about scrounging ingredients at a time like this, but maybe it's not such a big deal. I'm rooting for you to beat Luis. Luis, have you say his name.
If I may.
The only village around here is Malva. It's down south, and a lot of Ishkia live there. They sell precious cures and something used for purification, heavenly water, I think it was. They also sell a bath salt called Hot Spring Report Lifelong Pals and Altabury wheat flour. The Lifelong Pals thing must be max HP up. The place specializes in spider thread as well, though I'm not sure if they have any at the moment. I suppose you'd best find out. Thank you. All right. So we have Neuras and Katharina to rank up. Let's do Neuras first, because turning in his thing will give us some hero fruit. Neuras, what is up, my man? It always makes me interact with the Igniter first. This tension in the air is to be expected, eh? What with the fight against Luis looming before us, rather. But don't get too worked up, my boy. So what's the matter, lad? Have you come across another relic? Something like that. Here you go. Egads, what is this?
Oh. Hey.
Why, hello there, my dear little guest. Such a pleasure to meet you. Is he baby talking the relics? They never cease to amaze me, no matter how much I study them. These relics use a power that interferes directly with the fundamental elements of matter. Ah, I see. So if we harness the colossal heat generated at that point... I hear it! By my sainted aunt, I hear it! The whispers of an ancient civilization, their secrets murmured in hushed reverence. Thank you, Rogue.
Thank you.
Yeah, quest on! 8 hero fruit. Well, strike me down. There really are all kinds of relics out there. Enough to give me a thunderclap of inspiration even when I'm at a low point. Huh? You're feeling low.
Well...
When I'm deep in my research, sometimes this anxiety just overcomes me is all. I start wondering if these happy days of mine might suddenly disappear. You remember I told you about my failed flight test back in my more respectable days? Back when I was still just a young man? There's no need to feel down, I say. I set out to prove my own flight theory and ruined it spectacularly. Once I'd healed from the ensuing crash, I was demoted. They chose to adopt another flight plan. And worst of all, the people I'd thought my friends and supporters quietly took their leave of me one by one. Seeing my colleagues change their tune as easily as a coin flips made me realize just how frightening people are. What I fear most, though, is the coward I'd become.
You're right.
After you've been burned, instead of choosing the path of exhilaration and the unknown, you tend to favor the path that's safe, secure, and least risky.
It'll be fine.
Don't worry, we won't disappear on you.
Yeah.
I suppose so. When I think about it rationally, I doubt any of you would abandon me. Especially if you've stuck out this relic hunt so far, eh?
Yes.
Exactly, you're our trusty engineer. I don't know what we'd do without you. Goes to show, can't let old age sour your outlook, eh? Thank you both. I do love you.
Oh, come on.
Well, glad to hear you're feeling better, right, Rogue? Why are you flying around me? Ah, bless her.
Thanks.
I'm grateful for the encouragement. I feel like I know what it really means to be strong when I'm with you lot. Wish I could have met you lot sooner. Maybe my life would have been more...
I'll do it.
No, perhaps it's better to think of this time gallivanting around with you as my second lease on life. I'll make up for all that wasted youth in no time flat. Let's go. Rank 5.
Ah, for the blessings of youth.
Significantly reduces mag cost and start a battle on the gauntlet runner. Enemies take more damage. Nice.
The truth is...
Truth be told, the relics are really starting to come together thanks to you. I get the strangest sense that this gadgetry could generate untold levels of power. Something the size of my palm, enough to power 1,000 gauntlet runner engines. Even more, I dare say. What is it, the Tesseract? Once this is complete, not even the stars will feel like such a faraway dream. Though that hinges on you all finding those relics. Well, with that settled, I'm counting on you to bring a new relic for a new flash of inspiration.
This one's important.
This one's important. Oh, this one's even... Is this the same tier? 6.5? I thought the other one was 7.5. Is this one weaker, or is it the same? Okay. Hero's Leaf of Light.
Now
I love getting those. All right, now that I'm fighting fit again, it's time for some maintenance. Yes, maintenance. You'll be lending me a hand, of course. I helped Neuras with maintenance. Get a little bit of
Time
mag.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's drawing nearer. Not a lot of days left.
All right.
In order to fight Luis, we need to get as strong as possible. How about testing your skills in the Colosseum? Oh, right, the Colosseum as well. I don't have time, man. I don't have time for it all. He's here, that black-hearted prince. You might think you're getting away with your wicked schemes, but I know all about it. I'll crush you and put an end to your villainy. Hold on, what are you talking about? We've never done anything villainous in our lives. Well, I actually helped make anime villainous. Well, I didn't help make the, anime villainous was made without me, but I helped, create more of anime villainous. So, I have done some villainous things, I gotta admit. What's that? Still playing the innocent, are ya? Grand, suits me just fine. Next time we meet, I'll settle this once and for all. I'll tell you exactly where you can find me. I'm waiting right here for you, scum. Don't even think about running. Okay, so we can fight you for some experience on the way to that village to do that, quest. That's useful.
I smell trouble.
I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding. Nonetheless, if we run into him again, we might be unable to avoid a fight. All right, that's fine.
Now what am
I'm
I
glad
to
I talked to him. I just happened to see him there. What about you? So Forden, my primary obstacle among the candidates, is dead. What a fool, relying on something so unstable as religion for support. The only constants in this world are power and military might, and I, Rudolph, leader of the Risante, am the perfect candidate to demonstrate this truth. Only Luis remains to challenge me, yet I do not know what other tricks he holds up his sleeve. Thus, before him, I ought to crush those irritating minor candidates.
Honestly.
What's this guy's deal? Upset he can't measure up to Luis? Rest assured that you two will be part of my purge. Before I deal with Luis, I swear I will send you to your grave. I have no need to obfuscate my whereabouts. Here is my next destination.
Dismissed.
If you're bold enough to fight, then come face me. All right. So we can beat you on the way over there as well. In fact, I think I'll sweeten the deal to ensure you don't turn tail. If you beat me, I'll give you a weapon that's extremely effective against monsters. What say you? If you're foolish enough to fight me, this only makes it more interesting, This candidate can't be allowed to continue like this. All right, that's good. Are there any other candidates around that are upset? I only remember those two, really, that we hadn't already beat up, so there's probably just the two of them, really. I remember that one Nydia dude who looked like a freak of nature, but I don't see him around.
Damn it all.
Yufa. Basilio. Do kind of owe him. Basilio comes to mind. I don't know if he'll talk to me right now, though. Okay, he probably wants to talk on the whatchamacallit. Okay, so you know what? Actually, if Basilio's next rank up needs us to... If Basilio's next rank up needs us to be on the Gauntlet Runner, which it looks like it needs to be, then we should probably go to another Gauntlet Runner location today. Like, go to another dungeon so that we... So that we can do whatever it is I'm saying. I'll say it in a second. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, so that we can rank up Basilio on the way. I do also want to go to Academia real quick.
Would you look at this?
Since the power of a new archetype, do come and speak to me should you wish to study it. Yeah, I don't think I've read about the Berserker yet, have I? Should be the last book we have to read here. Research documents about the Berserker. In times of yore, there lived heroes who abandoned logic and reason in the name of power. Their souls together formed the power of the Berserker. Among them, the elite rampaging force, Crusher of Bones, before whom an enemy's courage shrivels, I dubbed the Destroyer. The Berserker archetype has but one ambition, amass the power to physically decimate its enemies. But to dedicate oneself fully to a single purpose is to eschew and discard all others. Let no Berserker forget this truth.
You don't say.
So this archetype is basically a physical attacker bent on overpowering its foes, but in exchange, it's got basically nothing in terms of defense or magic. Well, Basilio has a lot of endurance, so I don't know about that whole no defense bit.
This?
Did Moore write all of these books? All right, let me see here.
What now?
I wanted to look. Those hero fruits I got, are they the 500 ones? Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Right. I could get used to this.
Get the commander. What do you get from this bonus? Endurance by 2. Nice. Good get. Then I want Stroll to learn the general.
I see. Fascinating. This right
It's from
here.
Barden's Way
All
of
right.
Life. Do that.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I will entrust Stroll with this power. And then honestly, I think I'm going to use my skill up item, or my archetype up items right now to just get this to 15 so I can turn in this quest to Moore and see what his next one is.
A new power to wield.
A new power to wield. Okay, give me items. Go ahead and use these 3K ones first. Why not? General.
Right. I could get used to this.
Icy Strike and Ice Dodge. I might not have enough to get it all the way to 15. No, I'm definitely not going to. I'm going to get close, though. Shelter Formation. Yeah, didn't quite get there. Got close, though. So, Stroll, I'm going to take you out of the party for a little bit. Put in... Well, actually, wait a minute. We can take out Juna. Leave in Hulkenberg for now. Put in Basilio and Yufa. Yeah. And then... Stroll, let me set you to General.
I shall rule the battlefield.
Because you need to get general to 15 to finish this thing for more. That's what I really want. Now let's talk to more.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
Special experiments. Summon experiments is what I wanted to look at. Goblin King attacks with powerful critical strikes. Esoteric Hair Vessel. A vessel for elite summoners to call upon Wilder. Wilder uses multi-target electric magic? That sounds cool. Megami uses magic that fully restores an ally's health. Just one ally, though. Not really useful. Uses multi-target ice magic that inflicts frostbite. Tyrant uses powerful multi-target almighty magic and inflicts hex. That sounds insanely good. The conch shell. The magic conch. Talisman of the foul, talisman of the divine. Give me this multiple target ice magic that does frostbite. Black Frost Vessel, thank you. Oh my goodness, it's Black Frost! You can use the Devil Summoner archetype to call upon Knight, who uses multi-target ice magic and inflicts frostbite. That's Black Frost! You can't fool me! You can't trick me, I know that that's Black Frost. Oh, so are all the Devil Summoner summons like personas? Like demons from the SMT and personas from the Persona franchise? Give me this. Give me Wilder. What is this? Is this like Mothman? Esoteric Hair. It's Mothman! Oh, that's so cool! You can summon the SMTs, some of the SMT monsters. Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. Alright, that's very cool. I like that a lot. I want Buzzing Fly, Almighty Magic. Yeah, Talisman of the Foul, Talisman of the Divine. Any others? Okay, we can't make any others right now. That's fine. Do I want to make any of these masked ones? Not particularly. Okay. Alright. That was worthwhile. Let's get out of here.
You'll come again, won't you?
Okay.
Now what am I to
So I only have like 20 minutes left in stream. I don't have time to like go do a dungeon, but I feel like flying to a dungeon is what I want to do most right now. Let's take a minute to go through our equipment, because I said I would do that and I've been ignoring it. Okay, you have a good stat up item. Strength +3, magic +3. Is there anything better I can give you? No, this is like the highest defense. You're going to want that. And it increases attack at the start of combat, which I like. Runic Vestments. The Opera Cape is slightly better and gives you magic +6, but someone else is wearing it. Also, this increases your defense at the start. You're fine with that. You can keep that. And then your weapon doesn't matter much because that changes when you, like, change forms. You... Torso protector with strategically placed metal plates. Kastaraku Kajit start a battle, endurance +2, agility +2. I need to see... I basically want to look and see if anyone has better equipment they could be using right now. That seems good. Breeze Igniter is so useless on you. There's got to be something better to give you. That's the all stats +5. Magic +3, endurance +3, agility +3, strength +6. Yes. Mage Devotion. I have used this at times, but I feel like we can make do with item healing, and also if I really want you to have like a magic healing skill, I should do it in some way other than an igniter. Because like, instead of that, I could be giving you a huge stat boost. Endurance 6. I'm gonna give you one of the strength +6 ones, because you do use physical attacks. And I had 3 of them, I think. Where is it? Where was it? Bum, ba, bum. Yeah, so you can take a strength +6. Magic +4. prevents rage, prevents sleep. Increases evasion against pierce. This gives you evasion, so I'm going to give you this instead for evasion, even though it lowers your defense a little bit. I think that's better. It gives you basic evasion and also evasion against pierce, and you're supposed to be the dodge guy. Passionate Raps. I need to see if I can purify this at the church, actually. Because that would give you a big buff. Okay, we're going to go look at that here in a second, then. Your accessory has to be the mask, and Magic Seeker is still the one I want. Strength 2, Magic 2 prevents poison.